Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to today's video, and now this is going to be a little different than usual. Today we're going to be talking about my experience on Love Island. And now if you're new to the channel, maybe you search Love Island, this video came up, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now and like the video. I'll wait here while you go do that. So a few people noticed that in my recent Ibiza videos that the date was about a week old. So what have I been doing for the last week? Well, I've been on the show called Love Island. And now if you're unfamiliar with that, maybe you, my American subscribers, don't know about it. It's basically the biggest show on TV right now in the UK and Ireland. The amount of people that tune into it every night, it's on at 9 p.m. The amount of views it gets is like ridiculous. It runs every summer, and right now, it's a really hot topic and everyone's talking about it. So basically, I got asked to go on the show as a newcomer, and I went in with 5 other guys, and basically I got asked when I was in Ibiza. So I literally got home to Dublin for 12 hours, slept for about 8 hours, packed my stuff, and then got on my way. So it was real kind of spur of the moment, whatever. I'm a spontaneous guy, so I like to just do stuff like that. So I went on to the show with 5 other guys, okay? And now in this video, I'm gonna be talking about my whole experience and answering a few questions about the show that you guys have been asking on my social media, and just have a bit of a chat, really. So the first thing you do is you have to go into what's called lockdown for 2 days or sometimes more before the show, which is basically where you can't have your phone, you can't have access to the outside world. You're just in a hotel and you're mainly in your room a lot too. So this is so you don't tell people that you're going on the show, and it doesn't ruin the surprise when you do go on the show. Before I get into things, I want to say that these are just my personal opinions and experiences, and they do not reflect any thoughts or statements from ITV, even though I don't really need to say that because my experience was overall pretty good, and I don't have anything actually bad to say about the show. I think it's actually really well run. It's a cool show. So yeah, after lockdown, I went into the show, and now the elephant in the room that everyone is asking me is, Rob, we hardly saw you. What the hell is going on there? Why didn't you get any airtime? And so basically, when people said that to me, I was like, are you serious? I literally talk to the camera for a living. That is my actual occupation. I'm a full-time YouTuber, and when I go into the beach hut even, it just literally felt like I was doing a sit-down YouTube video. So when people said to me that oh Rob, you hardly spoke on the show, I was absolutely baffled. I was clearly not, okay? Actually have a think. Do you think I actually went on and didn't say anything when I'm so used to situations like this? So when I first went in, the other contestants were actually do you work in TV? How are you this chatty and stuff? And basically, I would be asking people about, what are your passions, your dreams, your goals, getting a good, proper conversation going. But I realized that when I watched the videos back, that the show is more revolved around kind of gossip and talking about each other and talking about other contestants, and sometimes trying to get you talked down and create drama, because that's what reality TV needs to do. It's not like a movie or a TV series where they have a script and can just create whatever drama they want. They actually need you to create the drama. And anyone who has been subscribed to this channel or has watched a couple of my videos will know I like to keep things drama free. I have too much going on in my life to make time to bring in any more drama. Another thing I preach on this channel is that I don't like talking down upon people. I preach positivity. I like to bring people up and compliment people and make people feel good about themselves, as I just find that way more fun than, slagging people off or talking down and bitching about someone. So when I went onto the show, I was really chatty. I was going into the beach hut and they were kind of asking me what do you think of this person? What do you think what so-and-so has done to this person? And I'd just be oh, they're great, they seem really nice, they haven't done anything to me, super cool people. So that's obviously not what the show wanted. But seriously, some people are oh, that sucks that you didn't get any airtime. But what I say to that is, imagine the opposite happened. Imagine I went on the show and I was really rude and obnoxious and came across really badly and, just wasn't myself. That would have been a disaster. I've got a lot of businesses that not only I run, but I'm associated with, so I couldn't go on the show and just act like just a bad person, as that would really reflect badly on me and affect what I've got going on in the outside world. So this is the last thing I wanted to happen, so I'm actually would rather have little to no airtime than that happening. On top of that, overall, it was a great experience. I got to tick off going on reality TV off my bucket list. I got to hang out in this amazing villa in the sun, getting a tan, Can't complain about that. I made some amazing connections and some new friends. Honestly, me and all the lads, the newcomers, we got to spend like a whole day together, and I honestly got along so well with all of them. We're planning a weekend in Dublin to just tear it up in the future. I also got some great exposure from it. The analytics on my social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram, they literally went crazy. It got people talking. I've been going on the radio, getting interviewed, been in a lot of magazines and newspapers. And it's also kind of funny, the fact that I wasn't aired much on the show made people talk about it. It's like, where's Rob? Why isn't he getting any airtime? What's going on here? So it actually created a little bit of hype in its own way. So there's some pros off the top of my head, and thinking about it, I can't think of one negative that I got from going on the show, so great. In terms of coupling up, who I had my eye on, I got along great with all the girls, but when me and the 6 guys went in, there were very few girls who were actually single. Montana was the only fully single one, and she got with Alex. Tyler was with Johnny at the time. Amber was like, on the fence with Kem, who they're now back together again. Olivia is with Chris. Gabby is with Marcel, and then Camilla, she did get with Craig, but now that's over. So, there was really limited choice, and so it was like 6 guys and very few actual single girls. And that's another thing, if I like someone, I will absolutely go for it. I will not hold back, I'll let them know. But if the connection isn't there, I'm not gonna force anything. So that was like my overall experience on the show. Again, no negatives came from it. I had a great time, and it was a lot of fun and a surreal new experience. And one thing about me is I believe in life, we should just try and experience as much things as possible. So that was definitely something new for me. So all good. And now I'm going to answer a few questions that you guys have been asking on my social media, and a few kind of like general questions about the show. Do I regret going on the show? No, like I said, if something bad came from it or something bad happened, then I would, but really nothing bad happened. Is it true you don't know what time it is? Yes, you are not allowed to watch this. You're of course not allowed your phones or any contact with the outside world. It's actually funny. It's like a big crazy scientific experiment. Yeah, you're not allowed to know what time it is. The reason they said is because you'd just be constantly, counting the clock or waiting for the hours to go by, and you'd probably drive yourself mad. And I actually agree, it's better not knowing the time on there. But sometimes when you do want to know what time it is, you'll do like weird things, like you'll remember when the sun is in a certain spot. Like if the sun covers the smoking area, it's like, 2 o'clock, which is kind of funny. It's like being in prison, but a fun prison. What do you do most of the day? So most of the day, you gotta realize the episodes are like 45 minutes to an hour, and it's a 24-hour day. So most of the day, you're just like hanging by the pool, talking about life outside of the villa, talking about your family, your job, your friends, just normal conversation like that doesn't get shown. And then a lot of people go for naps during the day, so it's actually quite boring for a lot of the day, but you're mainly just chilling for the most part. And then sometimes they'll say, hey, so-and-so, go for a conversation about this topic over there. What and when do you eat? That's actually a good one, and I always wondered about that before going onto the show, and the food is actually amazing. You guys know I love food. I'm big into my food, so like when I went in there, that was like one of the best parts. I was like, oh my god, the food is like really good quality. Basically, you make your own breakfast. Like when you wake up in the morning, you'll go out into the kitchen, there'll be like a few trays of eggs, bacon, sausages, bread, oats, cereal. You could just, make your own breakfast. And then yeah, your meal times are actually really good because you're not recorded with what you say, and you're not recorded eating because, it can be kind of unattractive, everyone stuffing their faces, not very Love Island. But that was always some really good times when don't have a microphone on you, and you're just enjoying the food and chilling out. And then lunch and dinner is catered for. They bring out like some buffet food, like it's always like salad, like meat, rice, it's really good quality stuff. And you can kind of cater things towards yourself. So if you want to get like more protein in during the day, there's like unlimited chicken breasts and all that, and there is also protein powder. Funny enough, they also have my protein products in the back of the kitchen. So when I went in and saw that, I was like, oh, I'm right at home. Perfect. Use discount code Lipsett10 for 10% off your order. So yeah, the food is awesome. Are the couples real? Yes, I guess they are. You know, you're in there for such a short amount of time and things go really fast, but when you're living with someone, obviously you're spending a lot of time with them. And we often said it on the show, it's like, let's say you're dating a girl and you go on a date like every weekend for 3 hours. So in 3 weeks, you've essentially, you know, spent 9 hours with them, whereas you spend that amount of time with someone in a day on Love Island. So things go really fast on the show, and yeah, I'd say the couples are real. What's next for me? Same thing I'm doing now, just bigger and better. That's another thing why I don't really think I would have enjoyed spending so long on the show. Like, I couldn't have done like 4 or 6 weeks. I think I would have got sick of it and missed the outside world. Thing is, my life outside Love Island is amazing. I absolutely love it. You know, I've just recently become a shareholder in the Raw Gyms group. I've got a personal trainer academy for anyone who wants to get qualified. Really good certification. All the info's in the description box. You know, I'm sponsored by multiple companies. I've got an online coaching business, clothing line business, ebooks. You know, I do public speaking. I've done talks in some of the best colleges in Ireland, TEDx talks. There's always just something to do. So I've got a lot going on outside. So what's next for me? I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and it's straight back to business. For me, that was just like a fun little experience and a bit of a pattern interrupt. You know, you gotta keep things interesting. Do you get drunk on the show? That is something that really surprised me. You are allowed barely any alcohol, and no, you're pretty much not allowed to get drunk. You're allowed about 2 drinks in the evening, which is like 2 cans of beer or 2 glasses of wine. So no one really gets drunk and you kind of just drink socially, which I think is a good thing. What's it like to sleep in the same room as everyone? Yeah, that's one thing I didn't enjoy too much because I'm a really light sleeper. So like, you'd have people like breathing really heavily, snoring, or some people would stay up and just talk until the early hours, and then you get woken up by the speakers just like, Islanders, it's time to wake up. So yeah, you pretty much like quite sleep deprived. So yeah, I need my sleep, but yeah, it's not great. But at the same time, it is kind of fun. It's like a big adult sleepover. It's like summer camp for adults. What's up with that picture you posted of you and Shannon? Yeah, so basically Shannon was another Irish girl that was in the villa, and we actually met in lockdown. And lockdown is basically where you go before and after the show. And you know, for example, if I got kicked out on the Friday, the episode might not air till Sunday, so I'd of course not be allowed, you know, my phone or anything, any access to the outside world. So you go into lockdown until the episode's aired, so you can't spoil the show. And so yeah, basically lockdown, when you're finished, is actually a lot of fun. You're just in a hotel, a pretty decent hotel with all the other people that got booted off the show. So there was 3 guys and 3 girls, so 6 of us in total, and we just like drank cocktails by the pool. It was all covered by ITV and ate nice food, and so it was a great time. But yeah, with me and Shannon, I just posted that picture for the laugh. You know, I'm still single. We've only known each other like a couple days in lockdown. And yeah, so I just posted that picture for the fun of it and because we were both going home together on the same flight. But yeah, lockdown was actually like one of the most fun parts of my whole experience. Alright guys, so that is the video. I hope it cleared a few things up. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you're new here, welcome to the party. I think we built a sick little community. But so the next couple of videos, we're going to be right back to it. The usual vlogs, training, nutrition, lifestyle, everything. So I'll see you in the next one. Keep it real. Until then, peace.